Have you ever asked ChatGPT for something only to get a super generic or just plain garbage answer back? It's so frustrating, right? You fire off a simple request, thinking it's a magic 8-ball, and then you're left wondering why the results are so hit or miss. Well, here's the secret. It's probably not the AI. It's the way you're asking. And today, we're going to fix that. We're going to show you how to take back control and really unlock this. All right, so here's our game plan. First, we're going to dig into why prompting can be so tricky in the first place. Then, we'll walk through 4 super common mistakes. You've probably made 1 or 2 of them. We all have. After that, we'll get to the good stuff, a framework to get it right every time, some really cool advanced techniques, and finally, what to do when things go a little sideways, how to debug your prompts. Okay, let's dive right in. Section 1, the prompting problem. So, what is the problem really? Well, it boils down to this. The AI's output quality is a direct reflection of your input quality. You know, garbage in, garbage out. If you give it a lazy, vague question, you're going to get a lazy, vague answer back. It's not a magic 8-ball, it's more like a mirror.
And this right here, this is probably the most important mindset shift you can make. It's not the AI, it's the prompt. Seriously. The next time you get a bad result, your first thought shouldn't be, this AI is dumb. It should be, how could I have asked that better? The power isn't in the tool, it's in how you use it. You're the one in the driver's seat.
So that leads us to a new way of thinking about what prompting even is. It's not just typing commands into a box. It's a real skill. It's the art of designing a thought process to steer the AI exactly where you want it to go. Think of it like copywriting or even coding. You're basically designing a thought process for a non-human brain. And when you get good at it, it's like a superpower. All right, so how does this actually show up when you're using these tools? Let's get practical and look at 4 super common mistakes that pretty much everyone makes when they're starting out. And hey, as we go through these, see if any of them sound familiar. No judgment, we've all been there. Okay, mistake number 1, being way too vague. Asking for 10 business ideas is like throwing a dart in a dark room. You have no idea what you'll hit. But look at the after version. Now we've got specifics. We've got an industry, education. We've got a type, tech startup. And we've got a crucial constraint, a budget under 10 grand. All of a sudden, the AI has guardrails. It has a target. And your results are going to be so much more useful. Mistake number 2 is a huge one. And I see this all the time. People treat AI like it's just a fancy search engine. But you got to remember, it's not searching for an existing answer on a web page. It's generating a brand new one just for you. So instead of just typing best Italian restaurants like you would in Google, give it a role. Tell it, act as a local foodie. Give it a task. Write a fun review for a first-time visitor. The difference is night and day. You get something with personality and context, not just a list.
Okay, this next one might feel a little weird, a little counterintuitive, but trust me on this. Stop adding fluff. You know, all the polite stuff we say to people like, please, if you wouldn't mind, or could you maybe help me? The AI doesn't have feelings. That politeness can actually just confuse it and water down your instructions. Be direct, be concise, get right to the point.
And our final common mistake is what I call the one-shot request. It's so tempting to ask for something huge and complicated all at once, right? Write me a complete onboarding plan for new clients. But that's like telling a builder, build me a house. You're going to get something messy and incomplete. You'll get way better results if you break that big task down into smaller, more focused steps. It's a conversation, not a single command. Okay, so we've seen the mistakes. What's the right way to do it? The secret to getting great results over and over again isn't about getting lucky. It's about having a system. And that system is using a framework. Think of this as the toolkit for building a perfect prompt every single time. And here it is, the 5-box prompt framework. It's so simple, but it's incredibly powerful. It's just a little checklist to run through in your head before you hit enter. First, give the AI a role. Who should it be? Then a specific task. What should it do? Give it the necessary context, the background info. Set some constraints, the rules of the game. And finally, tell it the output format you want. You see? When you fill in all 5 of these boxes, you're basically creating a crystal clear contract for the AI to follow. Let's look at a real-world example of how this framework comes together. So you tell it the role, you are a professional communications expert. The task is to draft a professional email. The context is crucial. A client is upset about a project delay. And you give it constraints. Explain what happened, and on a reassuring note, keep it under 200 words. See how every single piece of that prompt gives the AI a clearer, more defined target to aim for? It removes all the guesswork.
All right, so once you've got that 5-box framework down, you're ready to level up. We're moving into the advanced stuff now. These are conversational techniques that let you go from a simple question and answer session to a real dynamic collaboration with the AI. This is how you start solving really complex problems.
First technique, prompt chaining. This is so powerful. Instead of trying to cram everything into one giant prompt, you create a chain of smaller ones. Each prompt builds on the answer from the one before it. So in this example, you start by asking the AI to just understand the client's feelings. Then your next prompt is, okay, based on those feelings, how should we strategize? Then you draft an email using that strategy. And then you can even repurpose that email into a phone script. It's a real conversation, and it guides the AI to a much deeper, more thoughtful result than one single command ever could.
Okay, get ready for a technique that might just blow your mind a little bit. It's called meta-prompting. This is where you actually ask the AI to help you write a better prompt. You're prompting about prompting. Look at the example. I want to create an infographic about climate change. What information do you need from me to help craft the best prompt for that? You see what's happening? You're turning the AI into your co-pilot, your brainstorming partner. This is a total game changer. It shifts the entire relationship from you being a commander to being a collaborator. Okay, but let's be real. Even with the best frameworks and techniques, sometimes your prompt just doesn't work. The result you get back is weird, or it's totally wrong, or it's just off. Don't freak out. This happens to everybody, even the experts. The real skill isn't just writing that perfect first prompt. It's knowing what to do next, how to debug it, and make it better.
So here's your debugging playbook, a quick checklist for when things go wrong. A lot of the time, the fix is super simple. Just reread your prompt. Did you miss a key detail? Maybe you just need to add or tighten a constraint, like saying keep it under 5 sentences. Sometimes you literally have to show the AI an example of the format you want. Or maybe you just used a word that was a little too vague. And hey, don't forget, you can always try a different AI model. But the most important thing here is that last point. Iteration is part of the process. It's totally normal. Refining your prompt is where the magic really happens. So let's bring it all home. What if the most important skill we can develop in this new era isn't about working harder, but about asking better questions? Think about it. AI doesn't reward you for grinding away. It rewards you for clarity of thought. Everything we've covered today, from avoiding common mistakes to using advanced frameworks, it all boils down to that one simple idea: learning how to ask better questions. So the real question is, what are you going to ask next?